Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. Today, we're going to open the portal to darkness. Aha! What? You say we are not ready? Why would you say that? I have the exact number of levels that you love, we have a super crazy sword, we have the professor, and most importantly, the broom. And since we are also carrying the axolotl, I think we're good to go. Aha! Below the bedrock. I'm in the portal. It's a bit dark, don't you think? Oh, I like these. Geysers. Oh, you need a silk touch. Yep, the water is fine. Unfortunately, it doesn't burn you. Uh-oh. Centipedes. I hate them the most. They're everywhere. I just wanted to mention, when I was making my intro, I killed 8 wardens. So yeah, I guess it's safe to say that wardens are no longer going to be a problem. The centipedes here are fine, they're not that horrifying. It's just that we need to get rid of the shriekers. Just in case you're wondering, this mod is called Deeper and Darker, and you activate the portal in the ancient city and you get teleported to a dimension under the bedrock. And the way that you activate the portal is that you use the Heart of the Deep, which you get it from wardens. This area with Gloomskulk, mobs are not going to spawn here, but if you move, yeah, there's plenty of mobs. The reason that we are here is that... Hello? Well, obviously to kill wardens, because we need the blue hearts. Yeah, there's some blocks because they look nice. And obviously, it does have a cool looking armor. And yeah, you always have darkness here, so it's always dark. And of course, the main reason that we are here is that we're looking for something ancient. Something that I have lost. A dear friend. Yes, Cubby.
I've been summoned for a greater purpose.
Yeah, I know, don't you worry. For the moment we are done, we can go back home. Now that we have our friend back, we need to start working on our new project, the graves. You might notice all of them are gone. That is because I got so many volunteers that I thought, yeah, we need to have a dedicated graveyard for all of you. Well, not all of you, most of you. Because otherwise, I'm not going to live in a village, I'm just gonna live in a graveyard. But we have a haunted bell, which is nice. Not very useful, we want it to be dark, but nice. We should be able to have a few random graves. Also, it's so nice that they have fogs, makes it much more spooky. Okay, it has been a while later, not a very crazy amount of time later, but I did manage to extend the path. Now it leads to the industrial area and the swamp next door. And to a skeleton, apparently. I really didn't know how to connect to the graveyard, but we do have a tunnel, which I have to decorate it later on, don't you worry. But if we cross, there you go. Here is the graveyard. And fear not, we have all the tombstones. Why is my bow in there? So let us begin. Gigaman, Annie, Ivan. I'm missing a block. Frozen, Arya, Nexus, Dudu back in hell, and Rapali. Tizono, I don't have... Oh, I do have graves, yes. I have an extra one. Now we're good. But I don't have any more Essence of Death, so it could take some time. However, at the graveyard, there is one more thing that we need to do. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I can't use my belt. I've been thinking maybe some of you guys want to crawl out of your grave, so we need to have a guard. So welcome to Eternal Darkness. I got so many wardens with capturing, I did manage to get an egg, so I'm not gonna complain. I think you should have a few complaints. Don't you worry, the warden is there to listen to you. Cause trust me, you don't want Cubby to listen to your objections. The reason that we had to grind for a few dragon hearts was that, yeah, I decided to get rid of the crystal heart. And instead we're going to use the charm belt from Reliquary. And for those of you who don't know, whenever you're killing a mob, Reliquary gives you one of these charm fragments. If you combine 6 of them, you will get a charm, and that mob is going to just ignore you. There are a few mobs that I don't mind them ignoring me, hence we're wearing the belt, cause otherwise my inventory is going to be filled with charms. Warden is a bit different cause he can't see you for some reason. Darkness thing is getting a bit annoying. Do we have a soul? Yes, we do. Oh yeah, it does work. That was the spell of purification, so we don't get negative effects for like 10 minutes. So all of that being said, let us get the hearts that we have lost. What did I run out of? Ah, yeah, what we ran out of was the yellow hearts. So we already have 10 green, and I guess with the ancient debris that we have, we should be able to make a few blue. And by few, I only mean 6. I am also doing a few minor adjustments around the base, and I think you should be aware of them. Cause you know, it's going to be very weird if we do a few stuff and you don't know where they come from. For example, we have a very low-tech netherite furnace, which has been upgraded to a factory. And this was an awesome suggestion, I have never tried it. And now I'm telling myself why the hell I never tried it, cause look, it's like a factory for mechanism but 10 times better. Anywho, I just also installed a latex processing plant. You know, we're extracting latex, we're putting it inside the processing unit, and then we have the dissolution chambers. I have also set up the water mill wood saw from Elemental Craft. It's a bit weird how it works, but essentially it will strip the log first, and then give you planks. It's not really the fastest thing in the world, but I just wanted to use it. I don't really know why. Oh, and you might notice that the element pipes are down there. I'm just hiding them. And everything is being done by entangled blocks so that we don't really have to have wireless receivers here. Which, talking about that, we need to refurbish this building. Very good. For the moment this will do. This is the Hexarise Witch's Hut which we stole everything from. And I really want to have a potion factory. I just came here to understand how a witch's hut would look like. Then try to copy it and fail miserably. So for the moment, please ignore how it looks and ignore how everything is going to work. Because those are not important. The important thing is which one is more fun. So this is the mixing cauldron from Hexarise. What do you do with it? Well, obviously you use it in order to craft everything. You can also make candles, and obviously you can use it in order to brew potion. It's not something super fancy. Instead of just one ingredient, you add 2 of them and you will get 6 bottles. We have so many ways of making potions, but unfortunately I have my eyes on this one. Not the most efficient one, but I think it looks nice. I don't know, for some reason I like cauldrons. So the way that it works is that we have one mixing cauldron, which is always full of water, correct? And I do swear to Hades, if you talk one more time, I'm gonna kill you. I had no idea you need experience in order to carry mobs. I have no idea what is 140 more XP. Shut up. He was irritating anyways. Okay, let us get back to business. So, we have a cauldron full of water. We press a button. We get to nether wart, which looks nice. That will convert it into awkward potion. Awkward potion automatically goes into the second cauldron, which, let us say for example, we want to make night vision. Obviously, we get the night vision, we press the button, and voila. And then, you know, we can add the redstone or whatever. So I like this one because you have different stages, but there is another option. These are factory droppers from Engineer's Decor and they have a very neat functionality. You can give it the items and then you can tell it how many of those items to drop in which sequence. So I can give you the golden carrots and also the redstone. So now if I press the button, that is the problem. So what if we slow you down? Then I guess never mind. The first system works. I'm trying to do something which might sound a bit weird to you, but there is a mechanic from Ars Nouveau which I really want to try and use. Also, I have discovered there is something called sophisticated storage and, well, you can get a netherite shulker box. And you know, you can make stack upgrades and it's crazy. However, let us get a few potions and a bit more. This is night vision. Obviously, you would be able to use Wixies in order to make potions in Ars Nouveau, but let us say, for example, we add it just to the jar. It can hold like 100 potions. Let us also get some fire resistance. Very good. We're going to add it to another jar. Of course, these are just garbage potions. It's 3 minutes each. But there is a thing from Ars Nouveau called a potion melder. And the way that it works is that you need to select 2 potion jars. Those are going to be the input. Then you're also going to need an output jar. You see, it's taking the potions from the input and it's going to deposit it into the output. Also, it does require some source to operate and I think we just ran out. You see? We're getting a new potion, which is both night vision and fire resistance, which obviously you can just put it in a bottle. Another thing that you might notice is that instead of being 3 minutes, it's 5 minutes and 6 seconds. That is because of the buffs that we have from the Tombstones mod. It increases the potion duration by 70%. But if I drink this, we get both effects. I like that. There's also a potion flask from Ars Nouveau which can hold 8 charges of a potion, kind of like the flask from Botania. Also enchanted versions like Amplify and Extended Time, which I really like to try. Another thing that I'm not really sure is that, can you take the output which has 2 effects and mix it with another one? There is nothing in this universe which can stop us. We can test it. Aha. Seems it works. Yeah, now we have a potion with 3 effects: night vision, mana regen, and fire resistance. I like that. Taking the stupid concept which I just mentioned into the next level, yeah, we're trying to craft a new potion. This is fire resistant and strength. This one is night vision and regeneration. And now we get a potion of fire resistance, night vision, regeneration, and strength. But just the one. Because it does consume 3 of each, so it's a bit expensive. But I really love this mechanic. I mean, what's not to like? It's amazing. Let us move away from magic for a bit and focus on create. I'm very short on sand. We need to fix it. One thing that you might notice is that I kind of broke the system. I set the motors on different RPMs and one of the conveyor belts broke. Let me fix it first. We might have also lost a few bits and bobs, so this could take some time. Ah no, Just one shaft. Are we good? Seems we're good. Yeah, I had also messed up some of the filterings and well, now everything seems to be working fine. The thing is, we need to automate a few stuff, especially the casings. How are we going to do that? I'm not really sure, but we will see how far we can go. Because the thing is, I'm also running out of gearboxes and I'm incredibly lazy to make them. Yeah, since we're crafting stuff and I have no filtering, this is gonna be a mess, but it's okay, don't you worry, we're gonna fix it. One horrifying issue that you always have with Create is inventory management. Having a lot of potions also doesn't really help. Okay, this should be for 3 of the casings, one of them is going to be brass, andesite and copper. So if I drop spruce, it's not very round robin. Put it on round robin, it's not working. Forced round robin, no. Forced split, no. Split, also no. If you drop a stack, that's what you get. It goes to the first one. I mean, I can fix it, it's just that I wish it was smarter. Or maybe I should have been smarter. Do you see that arm? Ignore that one, but the rest seems to be operational. And yes, that took a crazy amount of time. And the only way that we would be able to understand if it's operational is that we order a few stuff. I don't know, let us order 1 stack of copper casing, some quartz, and yeah, we are getting both of them, that is great. We can also order some sand. That should also work. It takes time, it has to travel a lot. But yes, we are getting gravel, and over here, we're getting sand. We don't need to zoom. Yeah, I was wondering what went wrong. We have grass blocks. Well, at least on a very positive note, that should take care of the basics. I do say the basics, but we don't have any andesite. That is a problem. Well, I can do it like that. Stonework factory. Yeah, that makes much more sense and I think it's going to be much faster. Because just in case you didn't know, Create is incredibly laggy, so we can either have a factory which is stuck again. The filtering is not working, I don't get it. I mean, the brass tunnel itself is supposed to be a multi-block, but it doesn't really behave like a multi-block. It confuses me a lot. Maybe we're just not allowed to order so many stuff? Oh boy, that took a while, but I think I did manage to fix it. The problem is that these guys are a multi-block, but just a row of 3 of them. Or I don't know, maybe it can be a row of 10, but it has to be 1 row. It cannot be a 3 by 3. So if I want to get gravel on this side, yeah, I have to have filters for gravel on all 3 of them. And if I want to get cobblestone, the same deal. Otherwise, items are going to get stuck and they still kind of do. That could also be the backlog, I'm not sure. No, it's being retrieved. Okay, we're good. Go away. That finally does take care of the basics and now we need to move on to making some andesite. And yes, I was saying that Create is very laggy. If we use it for everything, then our base is gonna die very soon. What the hell? Jerk? Cubby? You're no longer being vigilant. So we are going to get into a bit of industrial foregoing, and there is another reason that we have to get into industrial foregoing. These guys, unobtainium, vibranium, and oldemodium. There is a recipe for each and every one of them inside the laser drill, and just in case we want to make the oldemod star, which is not something that I'm sure that I want to make, we need to start mining it now. This is why early in the episode I started getting some latex, because now we need to start making a few machines. Obviously the first one is going to be the mob slaughter factory, which for some reason I thought you're going to need latex. Why don't you need latex? I do understand that it does require plastic, and for plastic you do need latex, but I was thinking of an upgraded machine frame. Yeah, well, fine by me. Who cares? Yeah, this is the correct one. Meat, pink slime. And how do we want to get pink slime? Well, we don't really want to have a huge setup for it, so here's, I think, what we're going to do. Do we have a villager egg? We don't have 1, we have 7. Much better. I just also remembered we need to have a spawner. Yeah, I guess these ones are also okay. We take them. You stay there. We take the spawner. You shut up. Salamander's eye. Well, I like that, my dear friend. Get me out of here. I love the broom. It's so crazy. Although as a very scientific experiment, can you go with it through the portal? No, would have been nice. I'm guessing that the first thing that we should check is that, do you kill villagers? Yeah, that's good. Of course, the second question is, where do we set it up? I'm assuming this is something that we really want to enjoy whenever we're exiting the hut, so here is nice. In the garden. Your range is exactly 1 block, that is perfect. We shall put the spawner, we change it to villagers, and I was going to say you should already be working. Yeah. Generally, if you give a spawner a blaze rod, it's going to increase its spawning range, correct? But if you hold the quartz in your hand and then give it a blaze rod, it's going to decrease it. So at this very moment, spawn range is 4, which is the default for any spawner. Now it's 3. Now it's 2 and 1. Of course, we are going to give you the rest of the upgrades, and I think now you should be at a decent rate. Forgetting they need so many clocks. This is literally the most inefficient way of doing this because you're going to get much more meat than pink slime, but I don't care. Villagers are fun. It's just that it needs to be higher. Because I want to be able to watch. Some fancy glass panes, obviously. It is a killing chamber, but we do want them to be happy. And voila. This stupid thing is very slow. That's the problem. Yeah, we give it the augments and now it should be incredibly fast. I like that. I'm not really sure how to decorate it. I'm thinking we might use some hardened blood because, you know, it goes well with the theme. But I'm voiding the liquid meat and we're just keeping the pink slime. And so far we have 5.5 buckets. Which I would like to mention that is a decent number. The rest should be just a matter of setting up filters, so you for the moment go there. For some reason that gives me water, doesn't make me really happy, but okay. And I do have a feeling that should be it. Can you craft it? No, of course not. Where's the diamond? Let us not use that recipe. Let's also use a nugget. It is far less efficient, but I will get rid of those 26,000 nuggets that we're getting from piglins. So can you give me like, I don't know, 6 factories? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just remembered we made the hearts. This is why we're out of netherite. So can you give me 6? Thank you. Took ages. So far so good, I was not expecting that. You know the problem, it's waiting for the water. Yeah, I have to change the pattern. We just remove the water, save it again. Also, should I be worried about that water? Do you void it? Well, I can void it, it's not a problem. I was looking around the village to see where are we going to set up the stoneworks factory. And then I found the pit. This used to be a mine from mine colonies and, well, I think it fits. Later on, maybe we can have an actual mine. Oh, but it's not going to be symmetrical. It's okay. We only use 4. Oh, you can also get netherrack from this. This is interesting. There are not that many items that we need. It's just cobblestone and andesite. Let me hook them up to water and lava, and I'll be right back. Cobblestone is not going to consume any water or lava, so I have no idea why I decided to have an eternal water block, as well as a dimensional tank for lava. We are playing inefficiently, so who cares? Also, a few episodes ago, somebody left me a very important comment, which if it works, it's actually going to be amazing. Apparently the storage controller has a range. It does not really have to be connected with the drawers. So I don't know. Let's see if it works. It does? That is actually incredibly interesting. Why aren't you outputting? Yeah, it does seem to connect. That's weird. I mean, you would expect that because in the recent version of the storage drawers, you don't really have any trims. But this is really neat. Wireless storage, which doesn't really work. I don't know why. Yeah, it's on push down. Okay, that is perfectly fine by me because everything in life can be solved with a pipe. Yeah. Exactly. It's just that one of them has all the upgrades, the other one does not, so it's very slow. Very weird, because you look at the controller, you can see cobblestone and andesite, and it's not connected to anything. Refined storage has a storage bus, right? Oh, awesome, it's not called storage bus. Aha, external storage. Yes, yes, thank you, thank you. And of course I'm going to use your favorite mod, entangled blocks. Voila. Oh, nice. We're getting cobblestone. Good. The plan was that I'm going to get some mud and we're going to finish the structures that we just made. But no, I think I have a better plan because I found a frog. I want frog lights. Why aren't you eating them? Oh, my first one ever. I like them. But I think you do need to have different colors of frogs. Come with me. We don't want you to die. Let me see how we should breed the frogs. Then I'll be right back. It seems that on the beach, you should get that one, which we already have. Never mind. Then I guess the other one is going to be in the mountains. Do they need water? If we cannot have water, we can make a pond. So do you like breed? Where did he go? Oh yes. We got babies. Do we have to wait for it to hatch? Well, I waited for them to hatch and it was the wrong frog. I do have a feeling that that was not a mountain biome, so I did not get the green frog. But we do have 2 frogs and I did set up a very small farm. We have powdered snow, we have 2 of the frogs, and we have magma cubes. Basically the thing that everybody makes in vanilla, but you know, it's modded so we can do it in the overworld. Oh, and by the way, I didn't actually go to get powdered snow, you can craft it using Arsnevu. I was scared that if I teleport to that stupid mountain that we found a few episodes ago, the game might crash, so for the moment this will do. I'm sure if we go there, we're also going to get the correct frog, so maybe one day. Also, it's not like a super amazing farm and we don't really need to have frog lights. I'm just doing this for fun. And I like the color of this one. Anyways, just before we wrap up, there are a few things that we need to do at the graveyard. I had some requests for graves. Mr. Rubikness, I am incredibly sorry. Here is your grave. I am sure I made your tablet. It's just that it seems I lost it. My dearest Prof, there you go. And Mr. Chaos. And of course the final grave belongs to the person who made one of my favorite mods, bubbly heart canisters. So my dearest Traverse of Darkness, welcome to the graveyard. You also have a purple heart. You could have had more, but it was expensive. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye. Oh, and most importantly, meet Prince Thomas of Valhalla. He's a werewolf. He's in the cage with his food.